paintings. Let's see. We got. Let's see. How you drop off some of these paintings at an art show coming up here. I got this art show today, and art show starts next week or in about a week, and I'm gonna go drop these paintings off. But I have a couple hours before they open, so probably gonna do a couple things. Gonna have a little journey here. Just thought I'd do an experimental live stream, slice of life type of thing. Let's see, is that too far? I think we go like this. Yeah, that's a good angle, right? All right, cool. So aiming to drive safely, of course. That's the ultimate goal. No distracted driving, so I probably won't be reading the chat as often. Maybe only at stoplights, I don't know. But I have an art show coming up. It is in the city of Norwalk, California. So if you're in or near, what's up, Omizu? If you're in or near the city of Norwalk, I got a show coming up, and we're gonna be at that show. There's a reception on the 14th, and I will definitely be able to send more info out. But the actual event is still developing some of the event people are still coming up with some of the promo materials, so I haven't fully promoted it yet. Plus it's like a week away. A week is a long time. A week is a really long time in like Los Angeles. There's a lot that can totally happen in a week, so gonna make some more announcements as these days roll around. But you know what? It's already the 4th, right? Today's the 4th. So, yeah, that's what we got. Speaking of which, I learned about an interesting band yesterday. This band, cover your ears if you do not feel comfortable with potentially offensive language, or leave the channel if you're not comfortable. But the name of the band is a potentially offensive word. Cover your sensitive ears. But it's called a band called Mannequin Pussy. Yes, that's right. Mannequin, as in the mannequins that are in stores, and then pussy, as in I don't know how they define it, but I'm sure it's either having to do with cats, or having to do with the other thing. I'm bringing 5, so I'm actually bringing 5 artworks. But shout out to that band. They were actually a pretty interesting band. Mannequin Pussy is the name of the band. I can't play their music, or else my live stream will get decommissioned. But yeah, worth checking out. Mustafa Zin Dabrzi. Yeah, what's going on? So I am giving a shout out to Mannequin Pussy Live, because I saw a live performance of theirs yesterday, and it was very good. So actually, you know where we're also going to take a trip? We're going to take a trip to the very first, or not the very first, the oldest McDonald's, which is actually in a place called Downey, California. So we're gonna have a little mukbang on this live stream. Not a whole huge mukbang, but we're gonna stop by that very early McDonald's, have a little bit of lunch. I had a big breakfast, but stop by there for lunch. People from Brazil, Burnt Bread, Genius Gaming, KC, Geo History. What's up, everybody? Welcome, Peppermint, Mustafa. Welcome. Everybody, also another art channel that is worth checking out. They're actually in here right now. Omizu Paint. You can probably tap his name and visit his channel. Subscribe to his channel too, because if you like to see artwork, or maybe if you're even an artist, I think Omizu is probably one of the top links. And by links, I mean like a figurative link. Like, he is a link between many artists on YouTube live streams. As far as YouTube live streaming artists go, So if that's something that you want to do, I highly recommend checking this out. His live streams out as well. But here we are. Gonna get out of the highway and take it a little bit slower with the conversation here. LA traffic has quite a lot of slowdowns. So there may be some moments that are easier to communicate versus others, but definitely while you're merging, I promote, safe driving. Safe driving, people. Wear a seatbelt, use your turn signals, learn some of the basic general rules like merging like a zipper, like if you're merging onto a highway, try to do it like a zipper would with those interlocking pieces. Let's talk about safe driving. How exciting, huh? But yeah, we're gonna go to the oldest McDonald's in the world. It's not the first McDonald's. It's just the oldest operating McDonald's in the entire world, and it is in Downey, California, which is just a little bit away from my art show in Norwalk. So if you're in Norwalk, California, there will be an art show March 14th from 6 to 9 p.m. at the Mary Paxson Gallery. So those of you here now that live in that area that want to check it out, you can. Mary Paxson, that's MaryPaxon Gallery. I will be there to sign autographs. And there's gonna be a lot of artists there too. It's a group show. Yeah, it's a group show. I don't know what other artists are gonna be there, but it should be good. City of Norwalk. Let's see what the city of Norwalk in Los Angeles can add. So, what else do people want to see today in Los Angeles? After I drop this off, is there anything that anybody is like excited to see? The very first McDonald's. That's exciting for some people. I meet people from like different countries quite often, and some of the things that they just absolutely like love is like American dining, but not like fine American dining that you could get fine dining back home, but they want like the American food experience. They want like Denny's or IHOP, or they want In-N-Out Burger, which I'm sure anyone who's dreamed of going to California has heard of. Or they want to go eat at like I don't know, the oldest McDonald's. It's like one of those things. It's hilarious. I think it's interesting. KFC is another like popular fast food dining experience. Kentucky Fried Chicken, something that I definitely take for granted living in America. I love good KFC. It's not my favorite fried chicken. Their fried chicken's good, but as far as like a quick fried chicken meal, I think KFC is up there. Oh, convenience store for local snacks. That's a good idea. I might just have to do that. We'll see. I don't have a selfie stick. That's a shame. I don't have a selfie stick, so it might be a little bit more difficult to maneuver. But I will find a way. When there's a will, there's a way. I also was thinking about stopping by somewhere to do like a sketch of something on the way to this gallery. Yeah, how's the connection, everybody? Is the connection all right? Because we're doing... I'm not connected to Wi-Fi, so this is just my regular 4G. Who still has 4G, huh? Is anybody still on 4G or below, or is it just me? I wonder if I'm... Like, I don't even think about what's outdated or not, because I think most people are on 5G by now, right? Anybody on 4G still? Got that 4G. Yeah, so got a day going ahead today. A day going ahead. What does that even mean? What did I even say? I said nothing. I said something about the day. The boardwalk. So I was thinking like the east side of LA as opposed to the west side, because I'm gonna be on the southeast side. Oh, maybe I'll try to do a stop in by the Arts District. I might be able to do that. Um, that might be good. The Arts District, a little stop by, a little drop in at the Arts District. I could probably do that. But the west side, it'll take me like an hour and a half to get to by like this afternoon. So that'll be like way too long. I mean, it's gonna take me an hour just to get to a McDonald's and have lunch. So. But this is a very special McDonald's that we're going to. This McDonald's is the very oldest McDonald's. The very first McDonald's was in Riverside, California. Fun fact about McDonald's. If you didn't know. The very first McDonald's, I think there's like a... It's in the movie with Michael Keaton. I forget the name of that movie. Ray Kroc, where he plays like the McDonald's co-founder. Can't remember the name of the movie, but yeah, so that's in Riverside, California. But I think it's just a museum. So this place in Downey holds the title for the oldest McDonald's. But here's also a fun fact: it's not actually owned by McDonald's Corporation. I think they're basically like an independent company. Independently owned and operated business that is allowed to use the McDonald's brand, but there's like something the way they operate or is managed that they're allowed to separate themselves from McDonald's, which is pretty neat. What's good, Bowenator? How you doing? So we're taking a little drive today. I have 5 paintings I need to drop off at an art exhibition, an art show. That's today. That's the 11th through the 22nd, but the reception is on the 14th. So if you're in the California area, if you're in Los Angeles, if you're in Southern California and you want to stop by, or if you're maybe if you're in the United Kingdom watching this, if you're from London and you just want to make a little vacation and come out to Los Angeles just to see my art show, that's cool too. You could do that. Do that. It's a good idea, right? Why not? Why not hop on a private jet just to go see the art exhibition in Norway, California, at the Mary Paxson Gallery from the 11th to the 22nd with a reception on the 14th. Yes, and this art exhibition is sponsored by the city of Norwalk, which I find is interesting because it'll be my first official show that's sponsored by the city. That's pretty cool when you think about it. I haven't really let the full gravitas of that idea hitting. You're so happy you finally got some time to go. Michael spent $70 on a whole bunch of stuff. Nice, Bowenator. What'd you pick up, man? Man or woman? I never, either way, or person, however you like to be identified. Feline. Maybe you want to be an alligator. I'd call you, what's up, alligator? Bowenator, alligator. What am I saying? Let's see. All right, so you picked up a bunch of supplies. Art lover. You're going to jail for 90 days? Dude, that sucks. What'd you do? Or do that? Art lover, you're going to jail. Work to jail. That sucks. Well, was the crime at least worth it? You know, like sometimes there's like crimes that might feel worth it. And I don't condone crime. I'm not condoning crime or violence or whatever. But like sometimes I think, you know, like as long as it like doesn't hurt somebody and you're willing to repent for the crime of like repairing a house, like, you know, let's just say you slash somebody's tires because they did something to your best friend and you have to go to jail for it and pay a fine. Like, you know, that's a crime that probably feels good. But like then there's crimes that, you know, probably eat away at your conscience, eat away at your soul. They like really tear you apart inside, and you know you will never be able to recover. And by the way, again, I'm not condoning crime. I'm not condoning, you know, I believe in following the laws and the rules. But I can also empathize with this idea that, you know, sometimes people just, you know, they just want to do something that feels really good, and that might involve a crime. Again, I'm not talking about crimes that could potentially hurt people, just, you know, like there's a difference between slashing tires and violent stuff. And I don't even support slashing tires, but like I'm sure somebody who, if they did it out of like revenge, you know, I could understand their emotion in that situation. But be ready to pay for the consequences. That's all I'm saying, right? Anyway, oh man, you got behind on some stuff and now they're coming after you. That sucks, dude. Yeah. Well, I think all I can say is, you know, thank you for sharing, letting this be a place where you feel comfortable and open enough to, you know, share what's going on. And here's the crazy part that I'm thinking is like, you know, if they're going to send you to jail for 90 days for that, like, how do they expect you to like pay that off? That's so wild. Yeah, winter was really slow for me too. But Bowenator, alligator, Bowenator. All right. I think Bowenator alligator sounds better than alligator Bowenator. Oh, you bought some clay canvas? Oh no, you bought some clay canvas and then paint and brushes. Congrats. Sheepus. Yeah. You know, oil paint you can find like really cheap brands on Amazon. They're good for starting, but you could definitely, you know, they're good for laying down. If you need to cover a large area with like, you know, a thin layer of paint as like a starting layer, I think the cheap paints will work. But definitely as you move up the ladder in your paint usage, if you get better, more confident. But obviously, you know, you should spend, I think the typical advice is buy the best that you can afford. So if you can afford better, go better. If you can only afford, you know, cheap paints, then that's what you're working with. But it's not, but you know what? I don't think it's necessarily like, the thing I love about that wisdom is that it's like, it doesn't necessarily mean that the best paints are better. You know, it doesn't necessarily, you know, talk about the abilities of the artist, because, you know, a good artist can really make some interesting stuff with really even like the most unusual materials. You know, they could walk out in their backyard, pick up some sticks and some mud and grass and make like a masterpiece out of it, I'm sure. But if you want to paint, that is your goal. Yeah, do the best you can. That's amazing. You got all those supplies. You got clay, canvas, all that for $70. What a good deal. That's a good deal. Yeah, I went to Michael's the other day. I had to spend I spent $80 just on frames, but they had buy one get two free. They got me with the buy one get two free, so I got 6 frames. And that's the one thing about painting on canvas versus canvas panels is with canvas panels you save more money up front, but eventually you have to invest in a frame if you want to hang it up for like a show or a gallery, or even sell it. I've sold canvas panels just by themselves without a frame, but honestly it feels better to sell them with the frame. But also, if you're gonna do, definitely if you're gonna do shows, you need a way to hang it up. And canvases with the stretch canvas with the wood, those you could just hang directly, which I find nice. And I'm reaching this point where I'm spending on, like, if I get canvas panels, I spend about the same amount of money for a canvas panel plus a decent frame compared to if I just bought the canvas already stretched with the wood backing already. It's like, so I'm reaching this equilibrium point where I have to like decide whether I want to invest more money up front and just get the full canvases, or whether I like the idea of doing canvas panel plus a frame, because the frames actually do look nice. If you figure out how to frame it, it actually looks pretty nice. We'll be on the highway for a few more minutes. It's a little it's not heavy traffic, so it's pretty smooth driving right now. But Bowinator, what are your next 3 projects? Alligator, Bowinator, Alligator. What's your next 3 projects? What are you planning, or what do you have? I mean, obviously you don't have to like have the whole thing envisioned, but surely you have like something in mind that you bought those supplies for. But then again, sometimes it's nice to just have supplies that are ready on hand for whenever that moment inspiration strikes. Like, it's better to spend them ahead of time and have it ready than to have inspiration strike and just be, not have anything. But, if inspiration truly strikes, you'll know, because you'll be willing to, like, pick up a napkin and use a coffee straw to, like, use stains to keep a note, or you'll borrow a pen from somebody. But with that said, exciting little art show coming up. City of Norwalk. I'll repeat it a few times over the course of this multi-hour stream. My goodness, I had a really heavy lunch. I made Spam. I love Spam, by the way. Spam is like one of the best foods if you cook it right. It just tastes so darn good. Like, I know the materials that it's probably made of are materials that I'd be concerned about if I actually knew or saw what they put in there. But I can't deny just how good it tastes if you pan fry it or I don't know if you could grill Spam. I've never had grilled Spam, but if you pan cook Spam, it is just, what is it about Spam that just has such a good flavor? It's like you don't even have to add seasoning to it. I guess it's already probably seasoned, right? Because they add salt and stuff to it. But what is it about Spam that just has such good flavors? I don't know. It's just so darn good. Who else loves Spam? I love Spam. What a fantastic invention Spam was. Like, what other foods are super convenient? Like, obviously, like, cup noodles, they're convenient, but I don't love cup noodles. I'm never like, I can't resist a cup noodle, but I am sometimes like, oh, that cup noodle looks good, but I'm not like, I can't resist it. And I feel like nobody has yet to invent like a really delicious cup noodle. I know there's this company called like Sapporo or Ichiban or whatever. They do like these bowl noodles that are like, they're in styrofoam, and you could pour the water directly into the styrofoam and cook it. But that's like a bowl. It's still not a cup. I feel like somebody out there has got to figure out like a really good way to remake cup noodles. That would be a good invention I'd like to see. Because what's with what's with all those like the freeze dried, like I don't understand, like freeze dried vegetables and freeze dried little chunks of freeze dried beef. I feel like the freeze dried beef is just tofu. So anyway, I don't have time to read the chat right now because I'm on a highway. But at some point, I will take a look at the chat and get back to everybody. Maybe not everybody, because I don't know if everybody's even going to be here, but. Alright, a little slow down here. Let's see what's going on. Danny E. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Got that show coming. Dude, that sounds awesome. What a good idea. So yes, Danny has an update. Now that you're here, I am dropping off 5 paintings to an art show here in Norwalk, California. The art show, if any of you can make it, is March 14th from 6 to 9 p.m. at the Mary Paxson Gallery in Norwalk. This is exciting. Here's the most exciting part, is that this is like an official a city like sanctioned art exhibition. So it's like a city thing, which is really cool to me. It almost feels like city of Florence, Italy sponsors this painting, I guess, Florence, Italy has its own unique aura when you talk about it. So let's put Norwalk on the map, people. Let's make Norwalk the next Renaissance town. That would require a lot of work. Like, here's a philosophical art discussion. Did artists like Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, Raphael, did those Botticelli, like, did all of those artists, is the Renaissance the result of all the artists, or are the artists the result of the Renaissance? Like, could the Renaissance have already happened without artists, or was it the idea of artists and I don't want to necessarily go into the engineering, like Leonardo da Vinci and the designing the dome or whatever. I don't remember who exactly designed the dome. I don't know if it was da Vinci, but of course there was a lot of like engineering during the Renaissance and stuff, but is the Renaissance only the Renaissance because of all the Renaissance artists? Because whenever people think of Renaissance, like, they think of arts, right? They don't think of like someone who plays sports and guitar and is a politician and a banker and an artist as well, right? When you think of someone when you think of Renaissance, you think of like someone who's an artist, who's very talented in multiple fields of art and maybe some of the sciences. So there's a fun little discussion there. East Coast. All right. Well, we will probably do some sort of stream at some point. You know what? Will I be going through? I might need to go through the McDonald's drive-through, but I do want to show what the McDonald's looks like. We'll see. Or maybe I'll eat and then we'll do. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I don't have a stand for my. I don't have a stand for my YouTube or my phone that I can just carry around with me. Despite the fact that I live stream, I just never invested in one. I don't know why. All right. Hey, take care. Bowinator, alligator. Alligator, bowinator. Allinator. Boganator. All right. So anyway, Acadia. You know, honestly, I don't know too much about the city of Norwalk. I've probably been there maybe 5 times that I can really specify and remember. I'm excited, and the city of Norwalk is actually part of LA County, I believe. The Greater Los Angeles County, the Greater Los Angeles area. So I feel like I could technically say like a Los Angeles exhibition, a sub-city of the city of Los Angeles is exhibiting my art. How exciting. What's going on here? Gotta get out of this dang lane. In the wrong lane. Here we go. Let's change lanes here. All right. Yeah, go make those snails. You know what I find so interesting is during these live streams when you do like vertical this is more of a streamer conversation, like a streaming YouTube conversation is how many people drop in like the first like 5 minutes. So YouTube really does make an effort to like push your live streams out to people, I think. No, I know that. I know YouTube definitely makes the effort. You know, people often complain about algorithms and this or that, but you know, I definitely believe that YouTube does make the best effort to get things out to people. And then, you know, it just so happens that it's like you gotta put in the work to keep the attention of people. You know, it's one of those things. But what I was thinking about the other day. So I don't know if all of you know this, but if you've been following the news at all, you probably heard about these huge fires in Pacific Palisades, California, and Altadena. But the thing that makes Pacific Palisades controversial is because almost the entire city got burned down, which Altadena was hugely impacted too. But like Pacific Palisades is like this luxurious neighborhood with some of the wealthiest, most successful, and famous celebrities on the entire planet that live there. And this isn't, I'm not about to go into whatever they can build or whatever, they have influence or whatever. But if anything, they probably have lots and lots and lots of really interesting things in their homes that people would want to steal. So there were a lot of incidences of people looting, people even dressing up as fire people or police officers, sneaking in and stealing stuff. But if you think about I feel like there must have been some general, some really high up person with secrets on their laptop that is probably sitting in the rubble somewhere that they weren't able to pick up. and just like secret documents on a hard drive somewhere. That's where I think the real reason to prevent looting is it's not because of people looting like jewelry or some art or whatever, but more so, what are the secrets? What's the basement? What's in the basements of the ultra wealthy? What is in their basement? I don't know. I'm also going into a little bit of this is all made up, by the way. I don't know for sure, right? We're just making stuff up along the way, but it's a thought. It would be an interesting fictional movie idea. He's exploring what happens in the neighborhoods of the ultra wealthy, and maybe it's boring or more boring than we think, or maybe it's more juicy and beyond what we could possibly even comprehend. I don't know. What is in the rubble of the Pacific Palisades? That'd be a good documentary. But I don't think it'll ever happen because, it's pretty secret. You can't even get in there. I tried. So I was in Malibu one day, and I tried to go to Santa Monica. If you don't know, it goes like, if you don't know the coast, it's like Malibu, Pacific Palisades, and then Santa Monica, or something like that, or like Pacific Palisades, Santa Monica. But they wouldn't let me through from Malibu to Santa Monica, so I had to go all the way around. But lots of security. They had a National Guard there. They were like military vehicles, preventing people from passing a certain area. It's very serious stuff right now. Even a month, or is it 2 months? 2 months after the first fires? Yeah, it's pretty wild. I mean, I'm sure people in Altadena have secrets too, but we all know how attention and media works. Is it's who's the most well-known person that's doing something crazy. So we are almost at McDonald's. We're almost there. Going to the oldest McDonald's. And hopefully it's not too busy. It's 1:18 right now. I'll probably get there in about 10-15 minutes. But it's like a tourist destination too, so we all know McDonald's can get pretty busy at lunchtime. Does everybody here eat McDonald's? I like McDonald's, but I always have to order their fries well done. I cannot stand. I don't like or actually, a better way of saying this. I just don't like McDonald's fries in general unless I get them well done. If I get them well done, which I ask for every single time, if I get them well done, they're good. But if they're not well done, they are horrendous. I don't think McDonald's fries are that good. Fries that I do like, that they do well, like 3 out of 4 times, which is a pretty good ratio, is In-N-Out fries. Like, they have like a weird color. In-N-Out fries, they just like have this like pale color, and they don't look like they're gonna taste good, but whenever you eat them, they just have this really good texture. When I eat food, I definitely go for texture a lot, and In-N-Out has some good texture in their food, in their fries. I don't know what about it. It's got like soft crispiness. It's really interesting. I don't know how they achieve that, but you can tell I'm hungry right now because I'm talking about all these McDonald's foods, French fries, seasoned fries. So many ways you can make fries. I learned of this, like, I came up with this new recipe. It's the easiest like potato recipe you can do. Basically, take potatoes, slice them thin. I don't slice them too thin. Like, you want to just slice them a reasonable amount. And then you basically salt it up, put whatever seasonings you want. Like, this is like, I love when I can watch a recipe on YouTube and it tells you like the general way of how to make something, but like not necessarily like the exact every single step of something. So I'm trying to come up with this recipe right now. Basically, take potatoes, slice them thin, not too thin like potato chips, but just like slice them thin. You know, nice like centimeter thick potato slice. And you pour whatever seasonings you want. I mean, if you like cheese, put cheese. If you like pepper, put pepper. If you like mayonnaise, put mayonnaise. If you like fish, put fish. If you like bacon, put bacon. Basically, you just take whatever those slices, you put the seasonings or toppings on top, and you just stick it in the oven for like, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes. You gotta estimate it, maybe keep an eye on it. Stick it in the oven like 350 plus so that like it cooks really well. Where I'm having challenges with that recipe right now is working on that recipe is keeping it in just for the right amount of time. Because the funny thing about potatoes, if you cook them for too long, like the insides start to disappear. Like if you have a thick slice of potato and you stick it in the oven, you cook it for too long, it's like all the stuff that was on the inside kind of disappears and evaporates while the outside has like a little layer. So I'm trying to find like a good amount of cooking in an oven, a good timing plus heat temperature that will cook the outside, make it somewhat crispy, but like still let the insides be exist and not just totally evaporate. Let's see who's glad to be alive right now. I'm glad to be alive right now. I'm very grateful. Let's have a day. Let's have a moment of daily gratitude. This is your moment to invite more things to be grateful for into your life, because those who have gratitude for things will have more of those things. Those who do not have gratitude for the things that they like will have less of those things. I stole that. I stole that from Rhonda Byrne in the book The Magic. So, you know, it's a nice reminder to be like, hey, let's do a gratitude moment. Let's do a moment of gratitude. Whoever is grateful for what their day is like will have more of what the day is like, for the things in their life. Now, here's a question I can't answer, but it's like, what if you only have like bad things, and you're great? If you're grateful for them, will it make them come more? I don't know. But it's interesting to think about. I'm sure the answer is that you need to focus. If I had to guess, I think the answer would be you have to focus on what's, you know, the positive, not just the positive, right? Like there's certain things that are not worth trying to think of the positives. Like, you know, it's like not the right time to think about the positives, right? You got to like get out of a horrible situation. But I think the majority of problems, the majority of situations that we have in our lives are things that we can consider the positives. You know, most of us are not lying in a ditch somewhere with broken bones and surrounded by wolves that will eat us if we get out of the ditch. And, you know, we're trying to escape something terrible and we broke our glasses and we can't see. And, you know, we need to survive that situation. Like most of us are not in that situation. And, you know, that's obviously like an extreme example, but like, you know, I think the majority of problems that we face in America, at least, we can see positives in the situation. So yeah. But I would like to ask Ron to burn that question is, you know what? If you think you can only see, if maybe another way of looking at that is, if you're alive and your situation is not that bad subjectively, like, you know, if you were to talk to 100 people and, you know, 100 people would, like, behind your back be like, okay, they're bugging out about something that's not that big of a deal, right? You know, if that's the case, then, like, I think it's possible, if you possibly think everything around you is negative, then you're probably just got to change your mindset there. But anyway, let's see. Anyway, talking about the things to be grateful for. So, you're grateful to be alive and able to create art and spend time with friends and family. There you go. All right. Good. That's great. Yes, we can. It's awesome. It's nice in California right now. It's cooling down the weather. Last week was a little bit of a hot wave. A little bit hot. But I do recommend that book, by the way. So the book The Magic by Rhonda Byrne, there's like 28 days of exercises to help you manifest things into your life. And I would say that it has definitely helped me manifest some of the exciting things in my life. Yes, some wonderful occasions lately. What a great conversation, the gratitude conversation. But the great thing about that book, I guess this is kind of a review right now. The great thing about that book, The Magic by Rhonda Byrne, is that it's got practical exercises, but at the same time, doesn't seem too like woo-woo. Some of the stuff actually makes sense, and there's a lot of like clarity and things on like how to proceed. But I love a book that like reminds you to work towards looking at the positives of things, to work on gratitude, appreciation, because those are all amazing feelings. Feels good to feel good. What is money but a thing that we use to try and make ourselves happy? But thanks for sharing, Danny. So I don't know this city very well. I'm in Downey now. I know Downey is like considered a type of Beverly Hills almost. Like not quite Beverly Hills, not quite the Beverly Hills, but like they call it the Beverly Hills of something, like the Beverly Hills of East LA or something like that. I can't remember. But this town has a little bit of history. And then one town past that is good old Norwalk, which is where we'll be dropping off our paintings in about an hour. So I have an hour and a half before I can actually drop my paintings off, because they don't open until 3 p.m. Pacific time. So we're gonna have to find some ways to spend our time. Nice positive way to spend some time. today, so pretty much any morning I work out, I'll drink so much caffeine. I take so much caffeine before I exercise. It's pretty absurd. But I do a pre-workout supplement which has a lot of caffeine in it, plus some coffee which has a lot of caffeine in it. And then at some point I'll probably drink like a vitamin drink with a bunch of B vitamins, which also gives you energy. And today I know I don't feel quite as energetic as I do on days that I get to go to the gym and take those the supplementation. But it is interesting to like kind of get a sense of that right now. How far is this exit, geez? Here we go. And here's an idea, people. If you're looking for some fun ideas to keep yourself motivated. So I recently just signed up for this program. It's with a local animal shelter, and basically what they do is they seek donations and they seek artists, and they get people to they get the artists, they get donations from people, and they get photos of their pets, and then they connect with the artists. They get the artists to make artwork out of the stuff with their pets. So an interesting thing to have some new projects flowing like that, and be able to help support a good cause, which is fantastic. So I'm sure this is a cause that every single one of you believes in, that probably has an organization that would love to have some artists sharing work or doing artwork for some people. And of course it's pro bono, right? Nonprofits, but good to have some projects flowing. Good to have ideas and thoughts on what to do, because sometimes that's like the majority of the work, is just coming up with the idea. But then there's a time when you come up with the idea, and as soon as you get the idea, you're like, oh, this is great, I'm ready. And then you knock it out in just a couple of hours. That happens. Oh, I see a Rallies. I just got off the highway and I see a Rallies. Does anybody know what Rallies is? Like a Checkers? I used to love Checkers fries. Their seasoned fries are so good. But not so much anymore. Let's go, let's go. Santa Fe Springs. We're not even in Downey. What's going on? Where's Downey? We're almost there. It says 43, so like 6 minutes. I'm still 6 minutes away. It's crazy. This guy is in the left lane right here to my left, but he's got his right turn signal on. So he either wants to go in front of me, or he's not using the right turn signal. He doesn't realize that this person doesn't realize that they have the wrong one on. That's annoying because they're going really slow. Oh, there we go. All right. So they were going left. They just had the wrong signal on. Fine. Okay. All right. Back on the route. Oh my goodness, there's so much traffic on the way back up. Good old Los Angeles. Love it. I'm grateful for traffic. Why? Because traffic gives me time to think and settle into my car and just chill out on the ride. And I'm not talking like, bustling traffic. I mean like traffic that's just kind of like slow. Now, obviously, if I'm trying to get somewhere, I don't really like it, but it's a good time to enjoy a good audio tape. Who's listening to any good audio tapes? Is anybody listening to any good audio tapes right now? Anybody listening to anything helpful in their life? Or he's just like, yeah, that could be it too. That could be a possibility. Does anybody listen to some helpful audio program? Yeah, what is a tape? That's a good question. What is a tape? Is that like people? Surely, I know Omizu's joking, but surely there is a tape. Like, surely kids still call it tapes, right? I think we should interview like 10-year-olds and see if they know what a tape is. That'd be funny. Like, if you asked 100 kids under the age of 15, or maybe even under 18, I think under 18 would be like a good age to start. If they know what a tape is. How many do y'all think would actually know? If you ask kids under the age of 18. And you have to break them down by like age groups, like 18 to 15 or 16, 16 to or 15 to 12, and then 11 and younger. Audio tapes? Yeah, I guess you just call them tapes. I don't know. I think it kind of makes sense. Like, no? You don't think it makes sense? Like, just an audio tape? Like a tape. Why do I even call them tapes? Like, I didn't even grow up with cassette tapes. Like, I knew they existed, but VHS is a VHS tape? It's a tape. Like, a tape is anything that records something, stores something, right? Like, if you tape a video, let's tape the video. There's got to be a meaning of tape that can be interpreted for what I'm saying, other than just like the actual object of a tape itself. Like, I guess when you pull out a phone, do you say, like, let's just record it, let's film it? Pull out your phone, record it. Pull out your phone and film it. Pull out your film and tape it. I guess that wouldn't work, because phone, like, there's got to be I guess there is a technological element, because if you tape something, that, I don't think taping something is the same as filming something or recording something. Because film would be film. But kids still know what the meaning of filming is, film. They don't use film. Who uses film? Film is what the kids buy when they want to be cool. Good old vintage film. All right, so we're here almost at the very first McDonald's here. Let's see. Try to pass safely here. I don't know if everybody can see this out my window here. I don't know if you can see it. It's the hamburger sign. You see that? Very first McDonald's hamburger sign on Lakewood Boulevard. Oh yeah, there it is. Very first McDonald's. Yeah, here we go. Very first McDonald's. Or not the very first, the oldest. The oldest McDonald's. There we go. They've served over 500 million or 500 billion burgers. I don't know. All right. Let's find some parking and get some lunch. Here we go. Look pretty packed. All right, here we are at the very oldest McDonald's in America, probably in the entire world. And I'm actually probably going to go through the drive-thru just because it's easier. But let's just see what this is all about. Here, let's go around in the very oldest McDonald's. You know what? I'm gonna suck it up and just try to do this with my phone in hand and order and buy food. Alright, what a cool sign right there. Let's check this out. Alright, oldest McDonald's. I've been here a couple times. I actually think the food does taste better than a regular McDonald's. But here we go. There's our man. There's our man right there. Or woman. I don't know. Guess they could be gender neutral. Look at this. What a classic looking place. This place is so easy to like. Right here. Good old classic old McDonald's. They've even got old music. How great is that, huh? All right. The same oil since the beginning? Yeah. March 5th, Ash Wednesday. Today's Tuesday. Oh, $2.99 filet-o-fish tomorrow. All right, well, that's like my favorite. Let's do... Hey, can I please do a medium number 6 with well done fries? Can I do a Arnold Palmer iced tea lemonade, please? And can I please have a 10-piece McNuggets? Actually, oh wait, let me see the McValue menu. Yeah, let me do that. So buy one, 6. For the buy one get one for $1, I'll do a 6-piece and a hot and spicy. Barbecue's good. Yeah, thank you. That's it. Okay, thank you. Yeah, or unsweetened's fine.
Okay, so
Yeah.
lemonade and
Yeah, lemonade and unsweetened tea is great. Yeah. All right, thanks. Boy, y'all are probably surprised at how much I eat, huh? Thank you.
All right, and then here's your receipt and your shawl, okay?
Perfect, thanks. So look at this. They got a look at these little, look at these cool uh, old cash machines, cash registers. Is that what they're called? A register? The Suida cash register. Yeah, I love how you could just like see the arches right here. Just like on the side. You think they purposely picked these songs? Like, what era is this song from? Like 1930? I wonder if we're gonna get a copyright violation for this song. There should be like an age time limit on songs, the same way they do for like books. The original creator of the song has been like dead for more than 50, 100 years. It's a catchy song. Oh, Joni Mitchell? Oh, is she? Whoops. Huh? Is that... Okay, thank you so much. That's Joni Mitchell? Wow, it's great that you recognize that song. Okay. Maybe I'm just out of touch with stuff. This place is worth checking out. Let's look at the museum real quick. They actually have like a little McDonald's museum. Let's take a little tour of this place. Look at that, dude. Hamburgers, malts. Look at those classic photos right there. This is cool. Operations manual. Milkshakes. I'm not gonna go through everything here. Because if y'all want to see it, you can just visit California and see it for yourselves. But it's pretty cool. Little toys from back in the day. That was a bathroom. Some cool stuff. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Nice little place. Alright, where can I sit that's like private? Seems like a good spot. All right, take care. So what are we doing? We're eating at the very oldest McDonald's here. I think how I can angle this where you actually like see something interesting. Without putting people in it. There we go. At the very oldest McDonald's. Y'all don't need to see me eating, but so right after this, I'll probably roll around town for doing something. Go do stuff around town and then drop off the paintings. And that's gonna be our day. You think it still tastes the same? Tastes the same as what? I think it tastes better. I definitely think this McDonald's tastes better than regular McDonald's. I think not because like the ingredients are different, but because I think they cook them better. Like they have like a name to live up to, you know, whereas all the other McDonald's are just like franchisees trying to make a buck. So tomorrow, this location has $2.99 Filet-O-Fishes. It's a good deal if you ask me. It's probably my favorite sandwich. Ironically, I didn't even get a hamburger here. I mean, it might just be placebo effect. The fact that I know this is the oldest one. This location was opened in 1953. But again, by the way, this location, it's technically independently owned and operated. So maybe they could do things differently. Here you go, good old 6-piece McNuggets right here. Looks the same. What's up, Garish? I'm here right now eating at the very oldest McDonald's in America. In the entire world, actually. I have an art exhibit in Norwalk. Yeah, I have an art exhibit that I gotta drop my art in a little bit. But decided to stop by here to get some food. It's definitely an experience. So, what are my native thoughts about Trump and Musk? Are the people in my country liking him? That's a good question. Because if you go online, you'll definitely see like tons and tons of dislike of them. I mean, I personally like them, but at the same time, you realize that they're very controversial people, and they have like no problems with like doing things that could cause a lot of tension. But I also think the internet overrepresents how many people don't like them. But the number of people in like real life that I talk to, it's really not as many. And this coming from someone that lives in California, where supposedly it's like very, very heavily anti-Trump and left-leaning. Like what you see on the internet is definitely much more exaggerated and magnified than what the opinions are actually in, like, if you have conversations with, like, let's say 100 people. So in the media, but it also depends on where you're scrolling. Like if you're scrolling on Reddit, that's probably that's definitely like an extreme place, Reddit. I look Asian, that is true. Thanks for noticing. So, Garish, what made you ask? What's going on? What made you ask your question? Out of curiosity. As you tell him, he's a shilling. All right, well, that was a trip to the very first McDonald's. Let's see if we can. It's pretty low key, like dining area back here, but food is pretty good. Food is great. I think it tastes a little bit better. It's a little bit better than regular McDonald's, but overall, I mean, it's pretty sweet thing. Pretty cool. I'll have to try the very first In-N-Out burger. I think that's open too. The very first In-N-Out, or the oldest In-N-Out. You wonder how great America's social ecosystem and upbringing is that every race of human is treated like a citizen. Well, honestly, right now, Garish, not everyone is treated like a citizen because Trump has made some rules that if you're not a citizen, you know, that there's some, if you're You know, if you're not a citizen, you're just not a citizen. Doesn't mean they won't treat you like a person, but um, you know, you might get deported. That's so. What you're saying, you said about that every race of human is treated like a citizen. But it's not about race as much as it is just about whether you're a citizen or not. But that's the social ecosystem right now. I won't be coming back here for the flail fish, but uh, so you said if someone from East India appears, people start trolling them. But you know, in America, like I think there's definitely racism in America, no doubt about it. But I think in general, it's not as. I think in general, it's not the way that you're saying. Like you know, the way you made it sound is that you know, if a person from East India just walks into India, they instantly start like being mean towards them. America's not really like that. I mean, there are kids that get bullied in like high school, but I haven't been in high school in like 20 years, so honestly, I don't really know what the bullying situation is in high school. But you know, there's bullying anywhere. Michael says in America they troll everyone. I guess so, yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Did I go to high school in California? No. I grew up in Florida. I think I ate way too much McDonald's just now. I could have done without the extra chicken with mayonnaise. I could have done with the extra the McChicken, but it was only an extra $1. That's how they get you, though. Oh, my nose. Like to get people's coats? What? So I'm driving right now, so I can't necessarily read and answer your question. But I will get to it if you're still here in like a few minutes, or if I get to a place where I can stop. How to make a living there. And the Korean population from a lot of countries come over to better quality of life, so you naturally have to be really competitive to live. How do we make a living here? I mean, how does anyone make a living anywhere? The same way that you do your best in the environment that you're given, and you just, I guess you make a living. But also, you know, I know some countries are much more historically oppressive than others. Like I know, you know, India historically has an entire caste system. or had, I don't want to say they still have it. Some people might compare the caste system to racism in America. Some people might compare that. I think the argument can be made, but I wouldn't necessarily go that far. I think India's caste system is much more oppressive than um, than well, no, I would say India's India's remnants of the caste system, because I think India's started to like move away from the caste system, but it's still kind of there in some of the really the tougher places um, where like people are living in certain places. And I think my guess is modern India's caste system has harsher consequences compared to uh, a lot of other things. Whereas, some people would compare that to like historically in America slavery. But, we don't, I mean, it's like there are people that would say that there's still a lot of what's still happening from slavery, America's slavery. But I still think, I mean, my personal opinion is that the caste system, India's caste system, was much more harmful to the society than, post abolition in America. Anyway, I don't know. But either way, both are pretty dang horrible. The caste system, the slavery, very horrible things. And I've read a lot on India's like caste system. There was this one book that I read, Weave of My Heart, or Heart of My Weave of My Heart. That's a really touching book on those struggles. But India has the biggest population in the world right now. Isn't it pretty wild? I think they're more than they beat China by like a few 100 million people right now, or something. Caste system was the bad result of an outstanding beginning. People were divided into groups on the basis of work they do. Doctors, engineers are turned negative. Yeah, like I don't know. I think I think this is just my guess. I'm not like an expert on India, but I think India probably has a harder time overcoming the caste system because that's a that was an ingrained like social belief system, while America had an easier time abolishing slavery. Although racism still existed and it still exists today, um, I think because the slavery was like, an activity. It was an act. It was a, for lack of a better term, like a actual like job in a way. Like it was a physical activity that came with slavery, which was horrible. But I think the entire caste system, and then once you got rid of that the idea of like being allowed to own people and then put them to work, once you get rid of that idea, then racism was the key problem in America, and it still is a big problem. But I think compared to if we try to like look at India, since you're from India, we're talking about India. And I think the caste system was like an entire belief system. So you can't just like eliminate the task itself of being from a certain caste. I mean, you can just eliminate the idea of a caste, but it's an entire like ingrained social system, social belief system that you really, I think it just takes generations and generations to like, you know, break out of that. Just like in America, I think it's going to take quite a few more generations before we see less racism. I mean, there's still going to be a lot of racism, but I think we're going to hopefully see less of it as the generations go on. But I think in India, it'll probably take much longer. I don't know. I don't know. Does anybody else have any thoughts on this? Am I am I out of touch with reality? All right, let's see. Where am I? All right, so it looks like I'm at the gallery now. They don't open till 3, so I've got about half an hour to just do nothing. But I will do something. We're gonna go do some sketching. I'm gonna go sketch around. Here we go. We got the Norwalk Arts and Sports Complex. So here we are, 13,000. We're gonna go drop off the painting in a little bit, but I do want to see what's around here. I do want to post up and look around for a minute or two. I'm fine. Am I nervous for the show? No, I'm not nervous. Just not nervous at all, really. I don't get nervous about showing my artwork. I don't. Looks like there's a big park here with some beautiful grass. Let's go like this. Go back into our spot over here. Grab our chair. A catfish art moment? What do you mean? Did I get catfished? Alright, so let's see. IG retracted a message. Oops, I don't want to time out. Alright. IG, sex, nerves. I'm definitely not nervous. Will I be catfished when I go to drop off my art? You know, you never know. But I got like a half an hour to just walk around and do stuff. It's a lot of time. Let me see if I can find downtown. All right. Well, every time I pull up my map, I get disconnected. But I think I'm gonna try to go to downtown Norwalk instead of just walking around this park before I drop off my paintings. Walk around for like, you know, spend some time walking around, exploring the city. Good to know the city that's allowing you to share some of your artwork. So I don't know what this city is about. It's very quaint. You have a Norwalk there? Okay, cool. Got a meat market. Pretty sure this is direction for downtown Norwalk. I like to walk around a city. So those McDonald's is actually in Downey. It's a neighboring city. But being in Norwalk, it's nearby. I don't know how I'm gonna stream this while I'm bringing in my paintings. I don't know if I can. But it's a public space, right? Like you're allowed to bring in artwork into a public space. I'll probably do like a whole different. I'll probably reset this stream because this stream has been a long driving stream. But I'm gonna do another stream that's like, hey, I'm bringing in stuff for the first time as like a little documentary thing. All right, let's see. Is there anything here? What's going on in Norwalk? People don't walk around here. That's one thing that I've heard from people. As far as Los Angeles goes, like people don't really walk around. Let's see. There's not too much to see right here. City Hall. They got a nice City Hall here. I feel like I'm moving into a new town, which is not the case. This is cool. Alright, let's go. This is definitely a key central area. I don't know if everybody can see what's going on out here. Can you see anything? No, you just see trees and skies. Looks like there's a mall. We can walk around the mall. Let's walk around the mall. I got City Hall, the City Recorder. Oh, this is definitely a central government zone in Norwalk. Got the City Recorder. There's supposed to be a mall here. I don't see a mall. Oh, no, that's jury parking. Where else can we go? Tie it to my back. Tie what to my back? Oh, the paintings? Yeah. What's going on here in Norwalk? Hotel, restaurant, theaters, Norwalk Entertainment Center. That's where I want to go. That's where I want to go. Entertainment Center. Let's just walk around their entertainment center. court parking. There's not much here. Alright, let's just walk around for a few minutes before we have to bring stuff back, bring our paintings in. You know, so I'm just gonna leave my paintings in my car because if people steal them, that's a sign that my paintings are like very, very valuable. Let's see. All right, so VIP parking. Let's make sure I got everything in my pockets. We're gonna go walk around for a little bit in Norwalk. Let's see what this town is all about. Got the nice little AMC here. Pokey and Wing Company. I think that's a good mix. You know, pokey and wings. I love good chicken wings. Oh, let's see. We got Punjabi Tandoor. Good old Indian restaurant. Okay, so they got some pokey, some wings, some Indian food, some Japanese food, some pho, and a brunch cafe all in one place. Look at all the variety in just one little street. Not even a street, it's just a block. That's some good variety of food there. Vietnamese cuisine. All right, this is a cool block. I was thinking I was gonna, or they need my cameras to paint on. Yes. I was thinking about doing like a real estate live stream where I would just like go look for high value properties on like YouTube and just like walk around the neighborhoods. That could be good. This is a good streaming idea. If you're obsessed with real estate and you want to build a real estate channel, you just go explore. Because like, you know, it's one thing to know about the what's it called? It's one thing to know about a property, but it's another thing to know about what's around the property. But good old little cinema right here. Nice big cinema in SoCal. It is a Tuesday afternoon, so of course nobody's gonna actually be watching any movies right now, so it's pretty empty here. We got City Hall. Alright, cool. Let's see what movies are on right now. I haven't heard of any of these movies. Got a Led Zeppelin movie. Anybody seen that? They got an Ex-Husbands. Haven't heard of that movie. Unbreakable Boy. Have not heard about this movie. Last Breath. Haven't heard of this movie. It's like if it's not on Netflix or Amazon Prime, I haven't heard of it. Dogman. I feel like I've heard of Dogman. Cleaner. Superboys of Malegaon. One of them days. Definitely heard of One of them days here. Or Pokeco is the same as the one here. Could be. Let's see. Well, let's go on top of a bridge. Let's go walk across a bridge. Good old city of Norwalk. If this bridge isn't famous now, I'm gonna make it famous by saying that this is a famous bridge over the city of Norwalk. The only people that hang out on top of bridges are people causing trouble, right? But we're not causing any trouble. So if you look at the PokeCo logo, I don't know if you can see it in here. Can you see it? PokeCo. Maybe I should flip my camera around and give a tour rather than a... Where's PokeCo? Does that look like your PokeCo logo? PokeCo? Let's see. All right, we're on a bridge, people. It's a nice bridge. I like these houses over here. These it's like cute little, or I guess they're probably townhouses. These cute blue townhouses. You know, have you ever like looked at someone filming something and you're like, why the who would just sit on this bridge and just like record stuff on top of this bridge? It's a very quaint little town, Norwalk. I like it. It's chill. But this is definitely the main government area, because they had that arts center, and they got this. Look at this government building. Why don't government buildings have windows? I guess they don't need people looking in, right? You know it's a government building, but they don't have a single window. Oops. Not a single window on this building. Either that or it's a jail. Probably not a jail. Oh, let's see what it says. It says, oh, it's the courthouse. Okay. Got a good old courthouse here. Bridges of Madison County. I've never seen that movie. I do like the skyline from this bridge, though. It's very like quaint looking. I feel like I could almost be in New England right now. Oh look, hey, there's marketing from our art festival. Look at this. There's marketing for the art festival. You know what, everybody? I'm actually gonna do a new stream. I'm gonna do a new stream. Yeah, I'm just gonna do a new stream because this is distracting. This whole journey getting here. I want that to be a separate stream. So I'm gonna actually start a new stream here. Just a moment, but everyone that's here, if you're not able to make it, thank you for being here. If you can, that's cool too. But let's do a separate stream for that. Turn this off right now.